Hi there, and welcome back to Finding Wendy. Thanks again for joining me this week. And so I'm going to be talking about my stats. I'm going to talk about what I've been doing this week, and have a big, huge NSV to report, and also some other things that I have been discovering and reading up again. So stay tuned. First of all, my stats. I started this whole journey back in December 2017. I weighed 450 pounds. And I started my Optifast on February 20th. I was on Optifast for a month. And I weighed 400 pounds. My surgery date was March 20th, 2018. Sorry, that's my dog. As you all know, my dog always starts barking during my videos. Be quiet! She always barks when there's somebody outside on the door. And anyway, so my surgery was March 20th at Toronto Western Hospital with Dr. Timothy Jackson. I was 375. Last time I weighed myself, which was 2 weeks ago, I was 245. And I still don't know, because I made a pledge to myself and to all of you that I would not stand on the scale for a month. So I am going to try this and see if this works. So April 20th is the big day that I weigh in, and hopefully I will have some good news then. So stay tuned for some more updates. This week has been quite the athletic week for me, for sure. I have been going to the gym every day this week and working out 2 hours at night. I work out between 8 and 10 p.m. And I do about 45 minutes of weight training, and then I do about 45 minutes of cardio. And the big news and the big NSV for this week is I rode my bike. Woohoo! I rode my bike. I brought a bike back from Amsterdam back in 2001. It's a Dutch bike. What's typical about a Dutch bike is that the gear, the chain part of the bike is covered up, so there's no exposed chain at all, and the back wheel has like a half moon cover up as well, so that you can ride your bike in a dress. I don't suspect I'll be riding my bike in a dress anytime soon, but floppy pants won't get stuck in your chains. So I rode my bike, and my bike was always stored down in my studio, which is about 3 kilometers away from my house, at Front and Sherburne Streets. And so I went down there and got the bike, pumped up the tires, and I thought, okay, I'm going to start with just riding flat, because I have not ridden a bike in 10 years. So I got on the bike. It was wobbly, for sure. It was wobbly, and I went through one intersection with a green light, and then the second intersection there was a red light, and I had to stop. Putting my right leg out, I immediately fell. So I fell. I wasn't on the bike for 5 minutes, and I already fell on the ground. I lost my balance. I put out my right foot to stop and get down off the seat of the bike, and the weight of the bike, and Dutch bikes are quite heavy, the weight of the bike just knocked me right over onto the ground. And luckily it was beautiful, nice weather. I didn't really hurt myself, but what was really cool was that all of a sudden, out of nowhere, 4 people come rushing to my rescue to help me get up off the ground. And so one, the bike was right on top of me, and my shoe was stuck in the pedal. So anyways, somebody helped with lifting the bike off of me, and then all of a sudden some strange guy, very strong guy, put his arms underneath my arms and just lifted me up right off the ground. And I thought, that would not have happened if I had weighed 450 pounds. First of all, it took 10 people to get me off the ground. And you know, I was really glad that I fell on my right side and not on my bad left hip side. So anyway, brushed myself off, and I thought, okay, I'm only a block away from the office. I'm just going to walk my bike back to the office. I'm not ready. No. I was determined, you know. This is the theme of this week's this week's Finding Wendy vlog, because it's about determination, and it's about failure. You know, I have failed so many times in my life, and I'm not going to fail again. So, you know, when you're a baby, you fall. When you're learning how to walk, and you get back up. You don't stop learning how to walk. So, okay, I crossed the street at the intersection, got back on the bike, went westbound for a block, and then went straight north on a street. It's called Surgiversary, which has a bike path. And so I just kept on biking. I was in second gear, not even in first gear. I was in second gear, and I biked all the way home. And just stopping at the intersections and just making sure that I don't fall when I get off the bike. So it was, you know, you never unlearn how to ride a bike, but what you don't realize is that there's so much core strength that's needed to keep you balanced. And I was quite proud. When I got home, I was so proud that I made it. A friend of mine, a neighbor, made this little video. So enjoy the video. Here I am at the video. This is a huge NSV. Non-scale victory. First time on a bike in 10 years.
Yeah, amazing.
There I am on my bike, huge NSV, and so when I got back upstairs, I locked up my bike, and then when I got back upstairs, I started shaking profusely, like really shaking, not feeling well, like what's wrong, what's going on? I didn't feel well. I was really tired, and so I was messaging with a friend who's a nurse. And I told her the situation, and she said, "You're having a sugar crash. You need some sugar. You exerted yourself so much going up this hill, and burning so many calories doing this, because the northbound, it was a hill the whole way, and it was a gradient hill, a 30% grade on the hill. That's what it was on my app on my phone. I looked up afterwards, and yeah, it was 3 kilometers. Took me about 40 minutes to finish it. So I didn't go super fast, but I continually went up the hill on the bike. So anyways, the nurse said, you need some sugar. So you have any juice in the house? No, I don't drink juice. Never drink your calories. So but I did have honey. So I made myself a peanut butter and honey sandwich. And within a half an hour, I was feeling much better. So, yeah, so I rode my bike. So for my upcoming bariatric meeting this Wednesday, it's supposed to be nice weather. Today, the weather sucks. I woke up and there was snow on the ground. It's almost April 1st. It's March 31st. It's 0 degrees outside, and it snowed. There's snow on the ground. Today is March 31st, 2019. And I thought I'd show you this incredibly horrendous scene outside. It is freaking snowing today. It's snowing. It's one day before April 1st. Ha ha, very funny. April Fool's joke. This has been a winter from hell. Really. That's a view from my balcony on this snowy day. I was riding my bike just last Wednesday, and it was beautiful weather, and now it's snowing. Oh, we are such hardy Canadians. But anyways, by Wednesday, it's supposed to go up to 12 degrees. Fahrenheit, I think that's about 60, 65 degrees. And then I'll ride my bike to my bariatric support group meeting. So that will be okay, because it's a flat. There's no hill. And now that I've done it once, I just got to keep on getting back on the bike and keep on doing it. So yeah, so that was the big news as far as my NSV is concerned. I'm just looking here in my agenda whether or not I have any other NSVs. I know that I remember I went out on my balcony, and I used to be able, like, there's a step over the at the door. I have to step over to get onto my balcony, and I used to always have to hang on and use my cane to do that. And now it was nice weather outside, I thought I'm going to sit outside in the sun, and I just stepped over the stoop, I guess is what you would call it. Hey, that's a Dutch word, by the way, stoop. And just went onto the balcony without my cane, which was great. And I did some laundry this week, and did that on my own. Worked out every day, and I did rowing. But I also went on the recumbent bike for 10 minutes, and at the gym as well. So next I'm going to talk about an article that I found that I had previously posted. I have a blog, an old blog that I wrote in every day when I lost weight 10 years ago, back in 2008, 2009. So I'm just going to switch up some of my glasses, because I'm just going to read a excerpt from my blog about failure and about getting back up again. And I think this is really, really important and a really neat story, because it's totally relevant to the struggles we all have every day. And, over the years, I've learned to practice accepting failure, and not especially with dieting, but with being a professional horn player, because I've done so many auditions with so many orchestras, and over and over again, I would audition, and I wouldn't always get the job. I did get one job, an important job, but every time I auditioned and I failed, it made me stronger, and it made me a better horn player. And every time I learned from my mistakes, so which helped me improve my strategies. And so I discovered this really cool article 10 years ago, and I'd like to read it to you now. So if you guys are bored with me reading you articles, then just stop watching the video now. But it's a really important article, and I think it's totally relevant to all of our struggles. So the article by Jennifer Howard is called "Embracing Failure: The Real Secret to Success." Embracing failure, the real secret of success. What do these people have in common? J.K. Rowling, Steve Jobs, Oprah Winfrey, Winston Churchill, Michael Jordan, Walt Disney, and Henry Ford. Besides being household names, these are only a handful of extremely successful people who credited failure with making them achieve greatness. Yes, failure. So what, you may ask, does this have to do with health and weight loss? Simply this: the theories and practice of accepting failure can actually contain the seeds of success when it comes to transforming your health and body. This is because failure, scientists are learning, seems to be hardwired to the brain to equal learning. The more wrong we are, the quicker we learn. By utilizing this understanding, we can actually temper ourselves to setbacks and get the most out of them. Here are a few things that failure teaches us. Resiliency. Simply put, the more we fail, the more we understand that we are always a work in progress, and nothing about our lives is fixed in stone, including our bodies, the way we eat, and the way we look. This gives us incredible freedom of change. Instead of beating ourselves up every time we slip up with our diet, or because we don't know something about what makes us healthy, we see it as a learning opportunity. And the more we learn about ourselves, the more we know in the future what will and won't work for us. For our brains, failure is all about making our thinking more efficient. So you will learn that eating every 3 hours doesn't work for you, and move on. Each time getting closer to the real changes that will transform your health. Opportunity. Successful people are people who have put themselves out there and tried whatever they could get their hands on. They are not more talented or smarter or luckier than anybody else. They have simply tried more and different things until something worked. They aren't afraid of failure or falling down. They know how to get back up. Apply this to your own life. What would you try if you were not afraid of failing? Just take, for example, the example of exercise. We know that it is one of the most important lifestyle choices in being healthy. But it isn't always easy to find the perfect sport or activity. For those of us who aren't afraid of falling, trying everything is seen as an opportunity. So get out there and try it. Run, bicycle, do aerobics, swim, yoga, rock climb, and find what you are passionate about. It's out there, just waiting to transform your life. What I'm passionate about is biking. I biked for 20 years when I lived in Amsterdam. I lived in the northern part of Amsterdam, and I biked into the city, which was great fun because you had to take like a ferry, and the ferry was especially built for bikes, for bikers. Amsterdam is the biggest bike city in the world. So your bike is your car, is your family car. So biking is what I am for sure passionate about, and I plan to do a lot more of it this spring and summer. Next, perspective. Finally, becoming fearless in the face of failure gives us perspective. That is, where we are now is tempered by where we have been, and that has the amazing ability of putting our fears, our cravings, and our emotions in their proper place. Perspective soothes our anxieties. It calms us. And when we are calm, our emotions cease to rule us. We know that if we slip up and eat junk food, we are not bad people. We are simply having an off day. And we can recommit ourselves the next day. If we go 2 weeks without exercising, we don't throw in the towel. We shrug, love ourselves, and get out there at the next opportunity. Perspective allows us to understand that our lives are made up of a million small moments, that we will always fall down, and that it is the getting up that is important. The constant getting back up that makes the difference between an average life and one that is extraordinary. So I fell off my bike. I got back on my bike and continued on my quest. Lastly, when embracing your own ability and need to fail, think about how children learn. Take running, for example. We are not born with the ability to run. We learn it slowly. First, we learn to roll over. Then we learn to push ourselves up. Then crawl. Then stand. Then walk. Then finally run. Throughout this whole process, we fall down over and over again, and over and over again. We stand up, and we keep falling now and again throughout our whole lives. So let's keep this perseverance and innocence of children. So let's keep this perseverance and innocence of children in everything we do, and be willing to put ourselves out there, because that's how we learn, always. So I wanted to read this great article, and I'll post this link to my blog, and you can all see my blog. It's about 3 or 4 years of blogging that I wrote, stories and things like that. Sorry, my bra strap. my bra strap's falling down. Yeah, so anyways, putting ourselves out there because we are always learning. I have learned so much with this bariatric journey. I am so happy and very, very thankful is the word I was looking for my bariatric team, especially nutritionists who have been teaching me how to eat properly. And when I lost my weight, when I was a big weight loss 10 years ago, I lost like 130 or 140 pounds with just diet and exercise. I didn't know as much about calories as I do now. I didn't know much about protein. I didn't know about carbs. I didn't know about all the things. I just knew the basic math. You got to burn more calories than what you consume and you will lose weight. That's basic 101 dieting, and that for sure is something that is really important to learn. At the time, I was really a big fan of The Biggest Loser, and now I'm not a big fan of The Biggest Loser because it doesn't work, because all of these Biggest Loser candidates have regained their weight after the show because of this set point, and I've talked about the set point before. But, when we talk about the breakdown of the calories, your daily activities are about 200. You burn about 200 calories. If you do 1 hour of exercises, that's 500 calories. You eat between 1,000 calories and 1,500 calories. Your total deficit is 1,000 calories times 7 days is equal to 1 pound of weight loss. So you have to have 1,000 calorie deficit for 7 days if you want to lose 1 pound. So again, my weight loss has really slowed down. And looking at my old blog, my weight loss really slowed down when I hit 140, 145 as well. So my body is adjusting. I'm getting it's coming down to a new set point, and I will pursue. I mean, if I only lose 1 or 2 pounds a month, so be it. That's 50 pounds a year. But I gotta reach my goal. I gotta get to Wonderland. Okay, so that's a bit from my blog. The other thing I was going to mention this week is that I have a Costco membership finally, and I did a haul at the Costco. I went to Costco and bought some bariatric friendly ingredients, and here's a little video about what I bought. Hi everybody, so I just got back from my first shopping trip on my own to Costco, and I thought I would show you the products. First of all, this is a very cute Canadian Toronto Costco bag that I picked up. Actually, I got it for free because it came with my new membership. But yeah, I thought it would be fun to show the stuff I bought today at Costco. So let's check out the bag. All right. So I picked up this, which is really, really great on your salads. It's a crispy onions that you just put on your salad. And as you can see from the nutritional, here are the nutritional facts. And basically, let's see. Carbs, 3 grams, not bad. So it's 40 calories for 1.5 tablespoons. And that you just put on your salad to make it nice and crunchy. So crispy onions. All right, next I bought these whisks that are extremely delicious, very low in carbs. Here are the nutritional facts here. And so yeah, carbs 1 gram, protein 9 grams. And it's 100 calories for 15 crisps or 18 grams. So that's some more stuff. So this is the protein bars that I always use, Premier protein bars. They're great because they have very low sugar. So there's only 2 grams of sugar. and 16 grams of carbs. And these are the cheapest at Costco. So, what else is important? Prenatal vitamins. Half the price of regular vitamins that you would get like at any grocery store. So the Kirkland brand, and you do need to take prenatal vitamins the rest of your life because they're higher in iron. Vitamin B12 is another thing that I got there. Also something you have to take 4 times a week for the rest of your life, according to my nutritionist, that I have to take vitamin B12. They're also way cheaper than other brands. So the Kirkland brands are way cheaper. And what else did I get? I got some turkey. There we go. There's some turkey that I can put in the freezer and have that on a piece of toast in the morning or for lunch or for breakfast. And I bought my trusty coffee. It's much cheaper. I drink coffee every morning. And lastly, I bought a whole grilled chicken. And it would take me about 4 or 5 days to eat that. And it's much cheaper at Costco. It's only $7 for a whole grilled chicken. And it's $12 at Loblaws. So that's my haul for my Costco haul. And I thought I'd share that with you. And that's it for now. And we'll see you soon. That's it for this week. And thanks again for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And next week I'll be talking about our bariatric meeting and other updates, whatever they are. So stay the course, stay the fight. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you again next week. Bye!